than ever, Phillies fans came to the vet with a message to be heard and waved it loud and proud. Today, it's our chance to show how much we appreciate it. Good afternoon, everyone. From Veterans Stadium, welcome to Phillies baseball. Final game of the series, the Phils and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Overcast day here at the vet today. Harry Callis with Chris Wheeler and Larry Anderson, and it's Fan Appreciation Day, and we do appreciate the fans. And how about those fan clubs, L.A.? I think it started with Randy Wolf, and now they've sprouted up all over for Phillies players.
Well, it really started back in '99 with the Wood family starting the Wolfpack, and then they've started to crop up everywhere. Lieberthal's group, Joe Roa fan club, all these guys, Burl's Bunch, Burl's Girls, John B. Zombies. You know, in a year where Larry Bowa has called it very inconsistent, there has been one thing that's been very consistent, and that has been the growing fan clubs for all the different players. One of the most creative, Padilla Flotilla. They're a lot of fun. They've had a great time, and, you know, they really have shown the support for the Phillies in a year where the Phillies probably didn't do as well as they would have, but these guys have all been out, all these different groups. We've had a lot of fun with them. It's been a lot of fun watching them throughout the year, and hopefully, weather permitting, I will be out there to talk with them about the third inning.
Well, let's hope so. And Wheels, the Phillies have not had a good homestand, no question about that, but the games they have won, this Grand Wilkes-Barre factor has certainly been present.
That's what's nice about September. When you have talent in the minor leagues, Harry, you can bring some of these guys up, and they can contribute. Last night, a perfect example. Right out of the chute, Pokey Reese leads off. This looks like an extra base hit. Here comes Marlon Byrd. He just made a tremendous play. Now, Eric Young gets a start last night because Brandon Duckworth couldn't go, and he really opened some eyes with a plus fastball, a good changeup, and a good slider, too, and gave him 5 very good innings. Then turned it over to the bullpen to Larry Bowa, Jose Santiago, and then Terry Adams, and the guy, who is that guy? We hadn't seen him for a long time, and they finally got Jose Mesa into a game, got his 40th save 2 years in a row for that. Bobby Abreu, a big 2-out base hit, gave the Phillies a 2-run lead at that point off a breaking ball. And then Pat Burrell, a lot of breaking balls from Sauerback, and he finally got a 3-2-1 long home run to left center field. Pat's 37th home run as he continues to creep up on that nice mark of 40. And what a year that guy has had right there. So, yeah, last night was, you say, has not been a good homestand, still a game to go. But last night's game was very entertaining, and some of the new guys, you can tell they come up here and they're having a lot of fun.
Pitching matchup for this afternoon's game. Randy Wolf has the ball for the Phils. Salomon Torres, who has not been in the major league since '97, on the mound for Pittsburgh. Fan Appreciation Day here at the vet. Starting lineups right after these messages. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. By Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. By your local Toyota dealers. Get the feeling, Toyota. And by Independence Blue Cross. You deserve it. Back at Veterans Stadium, final game of the series. Lloyd McClendon starting lineup for Pittsburgh. Young Tony Alvarez in center field leads off. Jack Wilson shortstop at second. Ryan Giles in left field hits third. Aramas Ramirez third base batting fourth. Craig Wilson at first base hits fifth. Adam Heisdu right field batting sixth. Humberto Cota, the catcher, will hit seventh. Mike Benjamin second base bats eighth. Salomon Torres, a pitcher, hitting ninth. They're facing 26-year-old Randy Wolf.
And Randy Wolf looking to get back on his winning track. Had not lost a game since July 21st up until his last outing. 11-8 record, a ERA. It's just out of the top 10 in that department in the National League.
His first pitch of the game is high to Tony Alvarez, a 23-year-old from Venezuela.
7 innings or more, 12 of the last 15 starts. Outstanding.
1-1 the count to Alvarez. He played Double-A ball this year at Altoona, where he hit .318, 15 homers, knocked in 59. Only been a bad one since his call up from Altoona. 2 balls and a strike. Two the count to Tony Alvarez. Umpires today: Mike Winters behind the plate, Jerry Davis at first, Dan Iasonia at second, and Greg Gibson at third. Towering foul ball, right field side, destined for the crowd. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tony Alvarez. Birthday wishes today to Adam Bissey in Monmouth, New Jersey, from Nikki, Mom, Dad, and Aunt Mary, and from us to Adam Bissey. Called third strike, struck him out. That's 1 down here in the first. It'll bring up Jack Wilson.
And a Wolfpack out in full force once again. Good fastball by Randy Wolf, outside corner right there. Alvarez seen a little better pitching than he saw in the Eastern League.
Jack Wilson hitting at .255. 1-0 to Wilson. Start the game with the lights out on this overcast day.
Thought it was a little bright out.
2 balls and no strikes. Wolf with a fine 3.27 ERA overall. Day games, his ERA is 1.84. Change up popped him up. Marlon Anderson takes care of this one. 2 down.
Wolfie's last start gave up 5 earned runs in 7 innings. He went up only 1 earned run in his previous 4 starts to that one.
That was against those Florida Marlins the last start, where he struggled. He never has pitched well against Florida for some reason. He's 2-1 lifetime against this Pittsburgh team with a career ERA of 3.32. Ryan Giles having a good year, hitting the .289, 35 homers, 93 RBIs.
When you look at this league worst average of .241 for Pittsburgh, and you think about Giles and what he's done in the middle of this lineup, that's saying something.
They have scored the fewest runs in the league, and the second fewest, hit the second fewest home runs. Ramos Ramirez was hurt for a while. That hurt him. Kevin Young has not had the kind of year that he normally has, nor has Jason Kendall. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Brian Giles.
And that's a major part of your offense right there. Manager Lloyd McClendon, they've won as many games as they had last year already.
Good curveball locked him. 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Wolf. No runs, hits, errors, none left. After 1/2, Pittsburgh nothing. The Phillies coming to bat. Did not score in the top of the first. Larry Boa starting lineup for the Phillies. They bat in the bottom half. Jimmy Rollins shortstop leads off. Doug Glanville center field batting second. Bobby Abreu right field hits third. Pat Burrell left field batting fourth. Travis Lee first base hits fifth. Mike Lieberthal catching batting sixth. Placido Polanco at third base hits seventh. Marlon Anderson second base batting eighth. Randy Wolf the pitcher hitting ninth. That lineup facing 30-year-old Salomon Torres.
And Torres, who made his major league, I guess, somewhat of a debut. First major league game since '97, July 20th, '97. That was back on September 3rd. He's had 2 starts, 1-1 record, a decent ERA. Good shutout ball his first time out, combined shutout. Last time out got knocked around a little bit. Fastball be around 90, high 80s, low 90s. Throws a curve and a slider, and he developed a splitter in his years out of the major league. He's come back, and that's been a pitch that has helped him.
He has virtually been out of baseball the previous 4 years prior to this year. Didn't pitch at all, 98 through 2000. And last year he was in the Korean Professional League, where he pitched only 2 games. Debuted in the big leagues in '93 for San Francisco. One strike to Jimmy Rollins. J. Roll hitting at 248. Birthday wishes to Bernie Deserable in Norwood today. Wishes from her family and from us to Bernie Deserable. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jimmy Rollins. Chased a high pitch and fouls it. Might stay in play. And does for third baseman Aramas Ramirez. So Rollins is retired. 1 down. He'll bring up Doug Glanville. Doug batting at 242 with 5 homers. He's knocked in 25. Their birthday wishes to Daniel Abington of Ben Salem, Pennsylvania. Daniel's dad, Bill, works here, Veterans Stadium for AP. There's Marlon Byrd coming off a good game, great defensive game, and he had 3 hits in last night's win.
Made a nice play in the outfield, too. Started off the game with a diving catch off the bat of Pokey Reese.
Into right center, that's going to drop for a hit. And it gets by the center fielder Alvarez, who played it poorly, and this is going to be a triple for Doug Glanville. Alvarez, who had no chance to catch that ball, challenged it mistakenly, and it got by him for a triple for Doug Glanville. He should have played it into a single.
It looked like he was going there to try and catch it and cut it off, but the ball slicing away from him. He just got too close to it. If he goes back a little bit and takes a different angle to it, he's going to hold him to a single. Doug might, on a ball like that, try and go for 2, but there's no way you should add a triple on it.
Pittsburgh is going to bring their infield in with a runner at third base and 1 out here in the early going.
Oh, surprising, especially against somebody like Bobby Abreu.
Abreu hitting 300 right on the nose, leads the league in doubles with 43. Hard ground ball right at first baseman Wilson, and Glanville has to hold his ground at third base. 2 down.
Bobby Abreu hits this ball hard, a sinker right down the middle of the plate, but right at Craig Wilson.
Deep shortstop Jack Wilson has a strong arm and gets Pearl easily, and that'll retire the side for the Phils in the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 1, Phils nothing, Pirates nothing. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority. The Phillies may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies. Second inning of a 0-0 game. Aramas Ramirez will lead it off. Hitting at 245, 15 homers. He's knocked in 64. 2 for 4 lifetime against Randy Wolf, one of them a double. High fly ball left center field, fairly deep, but Doug Glanville has a beat on it. He's all the way back to the warning track and makes the catch. Looks like the ball might carry fairly well here today. Well, our final home series comes up September 24th, 25th, and 20th. Convention Center, Center City ticket office. Here's Craig Wilson. Wilson hitting at 270. 15 homers. He's knocked in 54. 1 strike to him on a foul ball. Our Pico Energy Power Rankings show on top of the National League Sammy Sosa with 45. Barry Bonds on his heels of 43. A-Rod Alex Rodriguez of Texas has 55. Jim Thome with 45, leading the American League. 1-1 the count to Craig Wilson. With the curveball, 2-1. Changeup got it over. 2-2 the count to Wilson. Gene Cavigan of Ben Salem will be celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Wishes from husband Joe and from us to Gene Cavigan. Still 3-2 to Craig Wilson. Wilson will take one for the club. He leads the National League in being hit by pitches. And it's a walk here. He becomes the first Pirate base runner, and it'll bring up Adam Heisdew.
Phillies have played 21 games. This is a 21st game in 20 days, and started off doing a good job. Won the first 2 series and then lost 3 out of 4, lost 4 out of 4, split with Florida, and this is the rubber game of this series.
Runner goes, and Lieberthal throws, and they should nail him. Oh, the throw hits the runner, and Wilson is going to end up at second base.
So he gets hit whether he's on the bases or at the plate.
Craig Wilson likes that ball off his body. 20 times he's been hit by a pitch ball, and now he's hit by a thrown ball.
They're going to score that an error on Marlin. He was going to be dead to rights at first base. Oh, Travis looks like he was inside the bag, and Marlin was outside the bag.
So they're playing hit and run and end up with Wilson at second base on the air on Marlin Anderson. 1 strike to Adam Heisdew. Curveball top to third base. Polanco takes care of Heisdew. Holding at second base is Wilson. And with 2 outs, it'll bring up Humberto Cota, the catcher. 23-year-old from Mexico. Undrafted by Atlanta in '95. Came over here from the Tampa Bay Devil Rays along with Joe Oliver in a deal that sent Jose Guillen to Tampa Bay. Played AAA this year at Nashville, where he had .267, 9 homers, 54 RBIs. 1 for 2 since his call-up. Birthday wishes today to Sandy Caringi from husband Anthony and from us. On the count to Humberto Cota. 21st birthday wishes to Dominique Bono from Pop Pop Pete and Graham Bono and from us. Curveball, line drive left field. Burrow makes the grab, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Phil's nothing and Pittsburgh nothing. Leads off for the Phillies here in the second, batting at .263. One strike to Travis Lee.
An announcement: Craig Wilson will be charged with a caught stealing on that play, even though he wasn't caught.
No balls and 2 strikes. Very high, 1-2.
Marlin Anderson, who got the error on that play.
He fouled out of play. Birthday wishes to Eleanor Galbraith of Media, celebrating his 70th birthday on this September 15th. Charles Menser of Royersford is 83 today. Happy birthday, Charles. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Torres 12 and 26 a lifetime in the major leagues, having pitched for San Francisco, Seattle, and Montreal. 0-1 against the Phillies. He lost way back in '94 at Candlestick Park to the Phils, 6-1. Winning pitcher that day was DJ Danny Jackson. And he gave up a 2-run homer to present Philly Dave Hollins. Headley took him deep at the stick.
Well, that's going back sometime.
It's going back, yeah. Lee is aboard with a walk. So Travis Lee, a leadoff base runner, will bring up Mike Lieberthal. Lieberthal hitting at .278. 15 homers. He's knocked in 51.
Lieberthal's little fan group. The fan groups out here today.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1 to Mike Lieberthal. Lee at first base. Nobody out here in the second. Ground ball cut off nicely by Ramirez, and they're going to turn a double play around the horn. 5-4-3. 2 outs and no base runners.
Nice pick down at third base by Ramirez. Lieberthal hit this ball off the end of the bat. Ramirez extended there, makes a good throw to Benjamin, and an easy turn for him.
They bring up Placido Polanco. Polanco hitting at .289, 8 homers, 45 RBIs. LA is going to be leaving us now and heading for the stands. Heading to talk to some of those fan groups up there in the upper deck. 1 strike to Polanco. Jim McNulty of Reading, Pennsylvania. 86 birthday wishes from White Kitty, sons, grandchildren, and great-grandson to Jim McNulty. Two quick strikes to Placido Polanco. Center field. Alvarez backtracks, puts it away, and the Phillies go down here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We move to the third. Phil's nothing, Buccos nothing. The Dodgers Stump the Fans trivia question to play. Log on to Phillies.com. If you're the first to correctly answer, you'll win 2 tickets to an upcoming game. Please submit your answer in the subject area. You must leave your name and address and receive your prize. Today's Dodge Stump the Fans trivia quiz: who holds the National League record for most hits by a rookie? Answer and winner will be revealed in the 7th inning. Mike Benjamin leading it off, and joining me is George Andrigian from Huntington Valley, the winner of Stu Bykowski's column contest for the best essay written about Harry the K. Stu's also with us, a great columnist for the Philadelphia Daily News. And George, nice to have you with us.
It's a pleasure to be here and an honor. And while we have time, it was a ground ball there, foul. I want to congratulate you on your Hall of Fame.
Thank you, George.
You well deserved it, and it's a pleasure and an honor to be here and fill a boyhood dream.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. And Stu, great job with the column. We appreciate it. Stu conducted a contest where many essays were submitted. George was the winner. We're going to have him read his essay in just a second. George from Huntington Valley. How about that winning essay? Read it for us, George.
Usually. Harry is never callous, always genuine, and not only loved by some, but by all. He really cuts the musser when it comes to announcing. You'll never see an Ashburn anymore as he lights his cigar, but no one can carry his stick. Harry is always worth the buck.
That is an ingenious essay, and it works in by sound. Andy Musser, his whiteness, Harry Carey, Jack Buck, some of my all-time favorites. Great job, George.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and thank you, Mr. Bykowski, and the Daily News, and the entire Phillies organization, and John Brazier.
And all we expect, George, from you is a fighting Phil's win this afternoon.
We want to get it right here.
Okay.
We're going to get it right here.
Mike Benjamin is making Randy Wolf throw a lot of pitches. Benjamin hitting at 150, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Benji. Former Philly. And it's a full count. Three and 2 to Benjamin. He'll be followed by pitcher Salomon Torres. Fouls off another one. How long have you been a fan, George?
Oh, all my life. I'm
Really?
51 years old. When I was a young kid, I used to practice announcing the games. That's why This is an absolute joy for me. They did the Valentine beer commercials.
Finally got him, struck him out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Randy Wolf. One down here in the 3rd. Well, if you used to announce games, you want to do a couple of batters?
I would like to do some batters if that's possible.
All right, here's that Salomon Torres. He is 1 for 5 this year. It's all yours.
Okay. All right. Stepping in. In the windup. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
His lifetime in the major leagues, a 157 career hitter.
Strike 2. 0-2, 1 out. Randy looks pretty sharp today so far. Outside. 1-2. He's in the windup. Little high. 2-2. We like little outside. We're on a full count. No one on base. We got 1 out. Foul ball. Back behind the stop. We have a happy birthday to Jack McNally from Somerdale, New Jersey, age 70. Also, Jack and Peggy McNally's 46th anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, Jack. Oh, we have a swing and a miss.
Well, how about that? The 4th strikeout for Randy Wolf, and who's up there with the Wolfpack celebrating? No other than L.A. How you doing, L.A.?
We got it all working up here, Harry. Here with the Wolfpack, where it really all started about 3 years ago, 1999, with the Wolfpack and the Wood family.
On strike to Tony Alvarez. He struck out his first time up. Alvarez, go ahead.
No, it's
go ahead, George. Alvarez.
Single to right field. Alvarez on first.
It's his first major league hit. Now let's go back up to the upper deck where L.A. is with the Wolfpack.
Up here with the Wolfpack. And now, how did all this get started with you guys?
Well, this started with Kevin and Joe seeing Randy come up and saying, you know, here's a young pitcher. We should go support him. So we're all brothers and family and cousins. So we said, you know what, we'll all go out and we'll all support him and see what he can do. So this is the 4th season of doing it. And if I could take one quick second to congratulate my nephew, Thomas, on being baptized today. Congratulations.
How many games have you missed of Randy Wolf pitching?
Never. As a matter of fact, we almost missed one here at home on my wedding day with my wife, Amy, but you and Harry were kind enough to take us into the booth in the 2nd inning in that game, so we didn't miss that game either.
I remember that very well. We got to give our thanks to Amy for that.
L.A. also, would you thank them? I was very, very honored that they were at Cooperstown this summer.
We got an 0-2 count on Jack Wilson here. With 2 outs. A man on first.
Harry said he was very honored that you guys made it up to Cooperstown for me. He wanted me to pass along your thanks.
A little outside.
Almost. We wouldn't have missed that for the world. We love Harry Kalas. Harry Kalas is the reason that we watch and listen to every game. We love the Phillies because of Harry Kalas.
There you go, H. From the Wolfpack.
Thank you, guys. Now let's strike out the side here, Wolfie.
I gotta get out of here before they.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Jack Wilson. Go ahead, George.
Okay. The pitch. We got a pop up. Lieberthal under it. He has it wrapped up, and the inning is over.
All right, good job. You put him down. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's the Phils nothing and Pittsburgh nothing. Go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It's a 0-0 game.
Okay. Marlon.
It's all yours, George.
Thank you. Marlon Anderson stands in. We're here in this 3rd inning, bottom of the 3rd. We have a strike 1.
George Endrigian of Huntington Valley is our guest here, winning the contest in the Stu Bykowski Daily News column. And George, let's see if he can get us a rally.
All right, let's get something started here, Marlon. We got the pitch. Holds back on a bunt. Try. And we're 1-1. Wind up. High pop. Back into the crowd. I remember
catch a foul ball, George.
Came close. My cousin Ron was next to me, and he grabbed it before I did. So that's the closest I've ever come. But I have great memories of watching home runs by Richie Allen and Johnny Callison at the Connie Mack Stadium, which was a thrill for me, which my father brought me to many times. All right, we got a hit. The 3rd. He's Henderson
out, and now let's go to another fan group. L.A. is with the Padilla Flotilla. L.A.
Well, H, right in the middle of one of the more creative groups here, the Padilla Flotilla. I'm with Steve right next to me, Chuck next to him. How did this get started, Steve?
Actually, we were in just a dugout for high school baseball, and we were just thinking how we could support the team. So we just choose to pick a pitcher, and since Padilla is this is his first time in the starting rotation, that we wanted to do a group for him.
Now, how many did you start with?
Actually, we started out with 5.
With 5, and what do you have, about 20 now, right?
Yeah, about 20.
Everybody, do you make your own oars, or do you have those made?
Yes, they're all homemade oars. Yep.
And who does all the choreographing? Who sets the stage for when you do everything? Do you lead that right in the middle of them?
Too, but most of them already know now, so everyone knows what to do. Yeah, but yeah, Chuck did a lot of that stuff too, so it makes things stick out. That's why we have them.
I'm sure that Vicente Padilla appreciates you being here, and the Phillies certainly would like to thank you for your support.
Well, thanks a lot.
Keep it going, guys.
Thanks a lot.
We're 1-2 count to Wolf. Swung on. Shortstop Wilson over to first, and Wolf is out. 2 outs.
Well, George, it looks like if you're going to have a rally, you're going to have a 2-out rally here.
Well, I've seen it happen. That's what's great about baseball. You can still have 2 outs, and I've seen the Phillies win with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. So we're not there yet, but we can still come on here.
70th birthday wishes today to Buddy Cancher of Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Harry, I know your favorite song is High Hopes, and I was talking to Sid Mark yesterday.
How are you?
It's a Sinatra program.
Right.
He gave his regards, and
Oh, thank you.
I'm a Sinatra fan as well, so one of my favorite movies as well. It's a great song, one of the many great songs he's performed.
Frank was wonderful. I finally got a chance to see him in Atlantic City a few years back, and it was truly a thrill.
The consummate entertainer.
Yeah. Just the presence. I mean, when he walked on stage, George, I know it, you know,
Well,
just his presence.
Well, Harry, I'm going to say that about you as well. I'm just enthralled here to be next to you and doing like I said, a boyhood dream. It's just an absolute sheer pleasure.
Honored to have you here. Congratulations on being
honored to be here.
the contest winner. Now let's see if we can get a run here on the board.
Okay. 1 and 2, 2 outs. Come on, Jimmy, let's put one here. All right, we're going to fly out to left field. Under it.
Giles puts it away. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Chris Wheeler will be coming along in the 4th inning, along with Larry Anderson and George Andrigian. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. This has been an absolute honor and great to spend it with you. And thank you so much.
At the end of 3, Phil's nothing and Pittsburgh nothing.
Giles' first pitch swing, a little fly ball to left center field, and a nice running catch out there by Doug Glanville for the first out of the inning. No score. We're in the 4th. There's Doug back in center field today. His dad's still very ill, but back with the ball club and playing in the outfield. And here's a look at Doug getting a good jump on this and catching it. And now Aramis Ramirez swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Ramirez hit a deep fly ball to Glanville his first time up. No score in this game. Only 2 hits, 1 for each team. Our old pal Larry Anderson is out there with the fan clubs in the upper deck in the outfield. And he is out with, well, I can't believe you found Burrell's Girls.
Hard to believe, Wills.
Yeah, hard to believe.
Actually, what they call it up here is 7th heaven, and now I know why.
We'll do some interviews.
I'm here with Aaron, is the one that started Burrell's Girls. How did you get started with this, Aaron?
We came like July 3rd when they had the fireworks special, and we saw people with signs, and we all love Pat, so we decided to come and support him with Burrell's Girls.
And no reason you didn't have Larry's Ladies or something? I mean, why Pat Burrell?
Well, first of all, he's gorgeous. Like, what can you say? But other than that, he's a really good player, and he makes you want to come out and watch. Like, you always want to know, like, when is he going to hit his next home run, and, like, how many RBIs is he going to get, and, like, we're proud of you, Pat. We're proud of you.
What about all the other factions, Burrell's Babes and some of the others? Is there any cat fights up here?
No, we're cool. We're trying to be nice to everyone.
And you got the stomach painting. Turn around, and I don't know where the camera's at, but show them what it says. It says, "We love Pat."
We got it, Andy.
We're going to try and switch that around next year to "We love L.A." You know, and I knew I was with a bunch of ladies up here because there's like 7 cell phones sitting here behind these seats. Ladies, thanks for supporting the Phillies, and Pat Burrell, I know he appreciates it.
Thank you so much. And hey, Potter, we love you. Love you, Potter.
That's all Burrell needs, Andy, to turn around and see you up there with Burrell's Girls. That would be only perfect. Jack Wilson, the batter. 2 outs in the inning after Ramirez was retired. And Wilson was involved in kind of a funny play. He walked, and then he broke on a hit and run. Batter swung through it. Eisdu swung through it, but then he was hit. Going back into first base, that was an error on Marlon Anderson. He wound up at second and then was stranded. That's been the one time Randy Wilson really had to pitch out of a little jam. Randy Wolf for the strikeout on Ramirez. He's starting to get a few strikeouts here today, and he gets another one. 2 more in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The Wolfpack loves what their guy's doing. Phillies need to get some runs for him. No score. Cell phones up there. Well, After being on TV, those cell phones started to ring. So, yeah, you're back on again. And Andy is up there in the stands walking around talking to different fan clubs here on Fan Appreciation Day. We'll get him back here in a little while. Doug Glanville, first pitch swinging. A lot of that going on here today on both sides. And he grounds out to Ramirez. Doug had a triple in the first inning. A ball was misplayed by the center fielder Tony Alvarez, but died at third base. What are Phillies season tickets? More than just season tickets? Well, right now, that's because purchasing a full or partial season ticket for the 2003 Phil season also guarantees you a spot at the new ballpark in 2004. You'll enjoy better views of the action, exciting amenities designed to please every fan. Just call 215-463-5000 for all the details about the final year of the vet. First year at the new ballpark coming up 2004. Bobby Abreu with the infield in. That was surprising. They must have played the infield in the first inning thinking there could be a rain-shortened game here today, because normally a team won't do that. And Abreu hit a hard ground ball right at the first baseman Wilson. Was retired on one pitch. Burrell grounded out on one pitch, and the Phillies stranded Glanville. That's been their only real scoring chance. 2-0 to Bobby. First in the league in doubles with 43. Fastball from Salomon Torres. What a story he is. He is out of the game for 3 years and making a comeback. Pitched in Korea. Just 30 years of age from San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. A strike called to Abreu. Didn't like it. 2-2. They're playing him way around the left center. Huge gap in right center for Abreu. You see the opposite field defense for Bobby. Tony Alvarez, a center fielder, shaded towards left center and very deep. And he pulls that one fair down the line. It will be caught by a fan. They'll give him a double. So Bobby will have double number 44 as he continues to add to his league leading total. And that guy's pretty excited about catching the ball. Bobby's up there with the London-style Bobby hats. And now Lloyd McClendon wants to know, why'd you just give him a double right away? Because that ball might have bounced back into play, and they could have held him to just a single. See, that's what Mike Winters is having the conversation about McClendon. They don't have to give a ground rule double on that. Here's the play, and you'll see it's hit hard. Bobby not even out of the batter's box until that point. Now, if that ball bounces off the stands towards the right fielder, you know, maybe not a double. So that's the argument. Jerry Davis, the first base umpire, making the call. You know, McClendon, of course, will lose that argument because it's a judgment call on the part of the first base umpire. And there's the fan right there who being talked to by the security guards, and they'll just move him somewhere else, and he'll keep the ball. Now Burrell, distracted by the crowd cheering as the guy's leaving the ballpark, so he steps out. Phillies with another scoring chance. It's got to be tough. I mean, fans want that baseball so much, and they don't think and watch the umpires call on it and reach over and grab it. Next thing you know, in a little hot water. Burrow with 113 runs batted in, tied for third in the National League, trying to get 114 here. Off the glove of the catcher Cota. 2-0. Looked like he got crossed up, and he's going to go out and talk to Torres about it. They're pretty lucky that wasn't a wild pitch or a pass ball the way Cota was crossed up. Hey, special birthday wishes today for our good friend George Fletcher from Dara Electronics over in South Jersey. George's birthday, and we send our best along to him. Happy birthday, George. Hope you're enjoying the game. Eric Young, Joe Roa, Brandon Duckworth. And you see those guys were all in the Red Barons rotation this year at some point. Brett Myers, Joe Roa, and Eric Young, the 3 wins during this homestand. Burrow way out in front of that, pulls it foul down the left field line. 2-1. This has not been a good homestand. The Phillies trying to win it. At least their 4th in their longest homestand of the season. They've already lost 7. They started out losing 4 in a row. Actually 6 in a row. And they lost a doubleheader. 2 balls and 1 strike to Pat. Just a little low. 3-1. On deck, Travis Lee. There he is. Bobby Abreu at second base with 1 out. Double number 44 on the year for Bobby. Burrell takes a slider and it's a strike. Good pitch behind in the count. Got it over. 3-2. Torres originally signed by the Giants back in '89. 3-2. That one almost got the third base coach. Quickly out of the way of that one. Whoa. Johnny was very fast on that one. He has to come down the line, of course, with the runner on at second, and that's a little dangerous. Then Burrell steps out as they're having a little trouble getting together on what they want to throw here. Threw a 3-1 breaking ball. Have a base open with Travis Lee on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Pat. The pitch. Breaking ball, and he missed with it that time. That was a good one. Burrell somehow stayed off at Phillies with 2 on. Fan Appreciation Day here. Larry Anderson patrolling the upper deck with all those fan clubs. Now, there's some guys up there this year. We wondered how could they eat all those hot dogs. Andy, take it away.
Wills, these guys, they're busy looking at Burrell's girls on Fanavision. Imagine that. These guys, they don't have a favorite player. They're just here for dollar dog days. And you know what's tough? I can't get a dog out of him. One guy offered me half of his dog, but it said it's $5. It costs more for a half a dog than a whole one. I'm with John, who started this. How'd you get started with it?
I just love dogs. And I love baseball.
And the Phillies.
And the Phils.
Love Philadelphia.
Go Burrow. Ooh.
So this isn't just not just for the hot dogs. It's for the Phillies too.
Oh, it's for all. It's for the dogs. It's for the baseball. It's for everything.
Burrow's girls.
Burrow's girls. No, that's just an added bonus.
Oh, they're hot.
So what's the most you guys have eaten all in one game?
I would say about 8 of us ate close to 70 hot dogs. This kid here.
About 9 apiece. You guys look like you're in a little better shape than eating like 8 or 10 dogs at a time.
We've been training for the hot dogs. We've been dollar dog day. We come out.
Where do you train? At home?
Andy, did you tell them that we were worried about them a couple times when they're eating so many of those hot dogs?
Well, yeah, Wills was saying we got a little concern with the number of hot dogs you guys had. Now, I got to ask you, be honest. Do you look for wrappers and just put them up on that sign back there? No. Or are these all ones you...
That is straight cheating. You have to eat your hot dog to get a wrapper up there. It's like getting your number retired in, like, Hall of Fame or something.
This is beautiful, Wills. I got to get a dog. I'll be back up there in a minute.
All right, Andy, good job. Those guys are fun. You can't imagine them eating that many hot dogs the way they do, but they have had a great time up there this year. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes on Travis Lee. Catcher Kota had to go out to the mound again. On the first pitch, he got crossed up big time by Torres. He thought he was getting a fastball, and he got a breaking ball, but to his credit, he hasn't let one get away yet. They've had 2 cross-ups on the last 2 hitters. These guys working together for the first time, maybe. One ball, 2 strikes to Travis. And he hits a fly ball to left. Giles has it lined up at the warning track, makes the play, 2 outs, and back to second goes Abreu into first. Pat Burrell. Now it's up to Mike Lieberthal. Here's a pitch. was down, maybe out of the strike zone. Travis lost it to left. It just kept on going to about the middle of the warning track for Giles. No, Abreu at second, Burrell at first. Phillies have had 2 scoring opportunities in this game and yet to cash in. 50 pitches at this point for Salomon Torres. 34 strikes, 16 balls. Lieberthal grounded into a double play his first time up. These guys overshift a lot of hitters. And the center fielder Alvarez now playing Lieberthal towards right center. You see the big gap in left center. And he fouls that one off first base side. Happy 65th wedding anniversary to Julia and William Brasco. Bill Brasco worked at this ballpark for a long time and is a security guy here. Great guy, Bill and George Brasco. So happy anniversary to Julia and Bill. 65th wedding anniversary. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Joe Geppert of South Philadelphia is 84 today. We send our best along to him. Happy birthday to Joe. Hope you're enjoying the game and your birthday. Torres squints in there looking for the sign. He has really slowed it up in this inning. Lieberthal takes another close pitch. 3-1. Torres wants some of these. Hasn't been getting them. The on deck batter is Polanco. And 1. Grounded towards the hole. Great play by Wilson, but he won't get anybody. But he does probably save a run. Nice play by Jack Wilson, the shortstop. That'll be an infield hit for Mike Lieberthal. And the Phillies have the bases loaded for Placido Polanco. Here's the play. Looks like it's going to go through for a hit. But Wilson on it quickly, tries to go to second, but then can't get a grip on the ball and just hangs on. Here's another look at it. And John Vukovich would have a decision there because Giles was pretty shallow and left. And we'll never know. So here they are loaded for Polanco. Placido fly to center his first time up. Outside, ball 1. Phillies, of course, notorious this year for struggling with the bases loaded. Trying to make something happen here with 2 outs. Abreu at third, Burrell second, Lieberthal at first. No score in the 4th inning. Hit number 3 for the Phils. Breaking ball and a good one. Swings and misses 1-1. And we mentioned these numbers with the bases loaded. Can't wait to start out fresh next year and get rid of this stat. Just an awful, awful year for the Phillies with the bases loaded. Only 9 extra base hits. And a lot of opportunities for a team leading the league in walks, extra base hits, doubles, triples. They have had so many base runners. And they'll strand them again. Polanco grounds into a fielder's choice. It's just unbelievable how many times that's happened this year. No runs, 2 hits, and yes, they leave them loaded. Still no score. Is an honorary member of Perez's Fezzes.
And I got a dollar dog, too. There's nothing like it.
Well, you had a good time out there.
There they are. These guys followed me down and said, we want to make you an honorary member.
And they did.
But they also wanted me to take it down to Tomas Perez and have him put it on. They're the dollar dog guys. Look
at this. Boy, they're beauties. There's Tomas. You'll have to show that to him later. Adam Heisdu leads it off. I know you have no idea what's been going on, but there's no score.
No.
Phillies did have the bases loaded last inning, and guess what happened?
I'm assuming there was probably no score.
That's correct. 2-0. Just one of those things this year where they can wipe the slate clean pretty soon and start over and get a little better at that. Heisdu, Kota, and Benjamin, all right-handed batters. Fouled away by Adam Heisdu, who grounded to Polanco his first time up. Cell phones started ringing up there right after you left. Yeah, we had a great shot. You mentioned all the cell phones. Yeah, they started to ring.
They probably all got one from friends and family saying, hey, you guys are on TV.
Yep, that's exactly what was happening. We were on, really? Fun day here, Fan Appreciation Day.
You know what? It's neat to see. They never had this before the Wolfpack started this thing. They didn't have a number of groups like this out here.
Now, we give the Wolfpack a lot of credit for getting it all started. Over for a strike, 3-2. There they are. And Andy was up with those guys. Trailblazers for all these fan clubs.
About that, Pat Wood was here on his wedding day. Remember that?
I remember that.
Amy in the wedding dress, and he was in the tux, and some of his brothers.
That was above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Hey, and how about the other day? They just had a baby. Amy, I'm assuming, was still in the hospital. He was out here at the game the day after they had the baby.
What a gamer. Some of those guys are policemen. That's a well-protected area up there.
Yeah.
Pop-up. Shallow left field. Burrow. Rollins. Who wants it? Pat Burrow runs Jimmy Rollins off the play, and there's one out. Live your Major League Fantasy. Join Phillies legends Larry Anderson, John Kruk, Mitch Williams, Dallas Green, Greg Luzinski, and many others for the ultimate baseball trip. January the 29th, February the 2nd. That's next year in Clearwater. Great accommodations, your own authentic Phil's uniform, top-notch instruction, and lots of fun. 610-520-3400. You have to be 30 years of age or older. A limited enrollment. Another pop-up. This one by Kota. Doug Glanville is going to come in and call for this, and he puts it away. 2 outs.
You know, one of those things about the Wolfpack, Wheels, is that in order to be a part of the Wolfpack, there are no adult beverages allowed during the game, which I think is not that you can, but it's a good idea. They're not up there, getting all boxed or anything. They're out there straight and having a good time and enjoying the game.
All that emotion is real.
Yeah.
Boy, is this going to be an easy inning for Randy Wolf. He'll just take it himself as he gets Mike Benjamin. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on base. Phillies need to get on the board. There's no score. It's time now for today's Citizens Bank. Not your typical fan. Each game will scan the crowd, find a fan or fans who set themselves apart from the rest. It's not hard to do today, Andy.
Myers Maniacs, all the fan clubs, Jombies, Zombies, there's a ton of them up there. Prez's, Fez's, the Dollar Dog Pound, Leday's Legion, Adams Family, and other people. These people are here all the time supporting the Phillies, and I'm certain I can speak on behalf of the Phillies organization that they really appreciate their support.
Amen. Marlon Anderson's going to lead it off for the Phillies here in the 5th inning. He grounded to third his first time up. Randy Wolf to follow. And then the top of the order, Jimmy Rollins. Phillies with 3 hits. The Pirates with 1. No score. 1 error in the game by the Phils. Over for a strike. Torres mixing him up with fastball, breaking ball, changeup. A little problem last inning where he crossed up his catcher twice. The balls didn't bounce away from Kota, so the Phillies didn't get any advance on it.
I was out in the outfield. Now, how close was that pitch to Burrow, that 3-2 pitch?
Real close. It looked just like the 3-1. It was called a strike.
It looked like he was getting ready to walk to the dugout.
Yeah, I think he would have. Torres sure wanted it. There's Pat. 0-2 on Marlon Anderson. Great job by Salomon Torres, who lost 9-8 his last time out. Gave up 5 runs and 4 innings on 5 hits.
Been feast or famine in his short time up here in 3 starts.
Marlon trying to protect on that pitch away and grounds out to Mike Benjamin on a close play, 1 out. The countdown. Boy, Fan Appreciation Day. You know you're at the end of another season. How many?
83.
Home game.
84. I caught myself.
You did it. You're getting good at this. 84.
Not as many Not as many days to remember.
That's right. 3 more this year. 3 with the Braves, and then a 81-game season next year.
Oh, yeah, it would have been easier if I'd have thought of it that way. I was just trying to do it from memory.
Been much easier than if you did it in the present.
I'll have to think about that next year.
Randy Wolf pops one foul. Third base side out of play. Grounded to short his first time up. Wolf with 7 hits on the year, and 5 of them are extra base hits. 4 doubles and a homer. Breaking ball misses.
You didn't happen to notice if I won anything on Fan Appreciation Day, did you?
No. What section are you in?
240.
Those are your seats?
Yeah.
I didn't look. Sure, Jen Haldeman will come up here and give you your prize. She was working on the grid this morning when I got here. She and Chris Legault and all the people down in that promotions department, they work really hard all season and really work hard today to make this happen. Chris Legault long, I should say. Benjamin looks for Wilson, and another ground out, 2 outs. Mentioned the final 3 games of the season. They will be with the Atlanta Braves Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, a week from Tuesday. All of them begin at 7:05. That'll be it. So hope to see you out here. 215-463-1000. Anytime online at Phillies.com.
Thought you were calling a football play. Chrissy go long.
Chrissy, that's right. Chrissy Legault Long, who has been here quite a few years with the ball club and does a tremendous job on the pregame shows and a lot of the entertainment. And today they are really hustling all over the place with Fan Appreciation Day. One ball, no strikes on Jimmy, who's 0 for 2.
Speaking of fan appreciation, I could sure try to appreciate one of those fans behind us right now after walking around up there.
Where's your fan?
It's my one and only fan.
Is it stashed away? No, I was thinking of you up there in those stands. It's a little humid here today,
It is.
but not much sunshine. I saw you had your umbrella just in case.
Oh.
Did you forget it?
Yeah.
Shocked. Outside, 3-0. And Jimmy walks. So he is a 2-out base runner as Larry Anderson looks into the upper deck trying to think, where did I leave my umbrella? With what group?
It's behind Burroughs Girls. I can see it. If anybody's listening to this, call Burroughs Girls and tell them to bring my umbrella down to the booth, will you?
Get the umbrella back.
There it
There
is.
it is. There's the umbrella. The phones are going to start ringing pretty soon.
So I didn't have my wits about me when I was up there.
I'm not going to go there. Glanville tripled in the first inning with 1 out and was stranded and grounded out in the 4th. Pitch out. And nothing on there. Jimmy Rollins not running. And the count 1-0 to Doug Glanville.
The phones are ringing, Wills.
Yep, you're going to get that umbrella, Andy. The power of the media.
It's working.
Down low, 2-0. There's your umbrella. Glad I brought that up.
W has my umbrella.
2-0. Down low, 3 balls and no strikes.
Oh, boy.
Really. Oh, got that one over. 3 balls and 1 strike to Doug Glanville with Bobby Abreu on deck. 2 outs and still no score in the game. Thought this was a ball, but no. I'm right, it was. Pitch is outside.
Pitch to hit.
Yeah. Jimmy goes, and a high chopper. Look at this. It took Benjamin right to the bag. Jimmy Rollins is running. Mike Benjamin over to cover, grabs a ground ball, steps on the bag for unassisted. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. Still no score. Join them.
You see that sign? That was the All Phillies fan group. Had the number of all the players around the outside of that card. Pretty clever.
That's very good. Pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Television Network.
You're watching UPN 57 WPSG TV in Philadelphia.
Bobby Abreu takes outside from Salomon Torres, who's given the Pirates 5 very solid innings. Phillies have a double and a triple, but no runs. It'll be Abreu, Burrell, and Lee, the heart of the order for the Phillies. Up high, Bobby has the double. He's also grounded out, and you have your umbrella back.
Don't need this today, though, pal, but I'd like to thank Burrell's girls for saving me the trip up there. I don't know if I could have made it.
Yeah, once.
Appreciate that. I love cell phones. You know, I used to hate them. They really come in handy sometimes.
Right. 3-0 to Bobby Abreu. Yeah, well, you can use that in the Phillies corporate golf outing next week. Put that back in your bag. Down. Whoop. Sorry.
Bobby thought the ball is down.
Sure.
That's low.
Of course it is. But it's not. 3-1.
That's low.
Yeah, it's the same pitch, basically. And Bobby Abreu with a leadoff walk. Phillies trying to score a run here or more in this inning. They're going to get the bullpen up. Mike Lincoln, the right-hander, who we saw the other night. And they have to think they've gotten quite a bit out of Salomon Torres right now to give him 5 scoreless innings. Pat Burrell, the batter, has grounded out and walked. Missed away. 1-0. Torres getting his fastball up there.
The low 90s with a little movement on it.
High 80s, low 90s, a lot of sliders, occasional changeup. Spin Williams, the pitching coach, will come out for a little chat. Montreal leads the Mets 10-1. Mets have gone on a little run there and played a little better, but
Vasquez pitching that game. He's pitched pretty good the last couple times out.
They're getting smoked today. Atlanta's leading Florida now 6-2. The Marlins had originally led that game 2-0. Phillies come into play today, tied for second with Montreal. It looks like they would have to win today to stay there, because a 10-1 lead looks pretty good in the 5th inning. There's Torres with 81 total pitches to this point.
4 walks and 3 hits, but he's done a good job shutting the Phillies down.
Here's the 1-0 to Pat inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Pat Burrell.
Speaking of Burrell, how do you do it, Wheels?
What? 2 balls and no strikes. Outside, 3-0. And Pat Burrell ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. For a strike, 3-1. It seems like it's almost been automatic today on the 3-0s.
And pitches, I mean, they're not really like they're borderline.
It's Travis Lee on deck, 3-1 on Pat. And he hits one foul, third base side. Book almost got picked off earlier.
I I saw that. I was watching out there. I heard you. You had a little chuckle.
Enjoyed it. Yeah. Of course, he had to be a little bit closer because there was a runner on second. At that point, back now with a runner on first base. 3-2 now on Pat Burrell with nobody out, and Travis Lee on deck. No score in the 6th inning. And they run Bobby back to first. There he goes. Strike 3 called. Throw to second. Great tag by Benjamin. Burrell can't believe that was a called 3rd strike. They run on the play, and it's a double play, 2 outs.
I mean, he didn't even offer at it, and he thought it was low. The last time up, a 3-2 pitch was close. And Mike Winters called it a ball. Here, 3-2 pitch. That's a pretty good pitch. It's too close to take, I think, with 2 strikes.
3-2 slider. Nice play by Benjamin there to take that one hopper. No, Mike Benjamin, that'll be a strikeout caught stealing 2-4 on the double play.
It's a first strikeout, is it not? Or I missed something?
And of course, there's a hit that follows right after that. Travis Lee with a base hit to left with 2 outs as he hit that one right on the nose on one hop to Brian Giles. And that'll bring up Mike Lieberthal. It's grounded into a double play and has an infield hit. And there's Burrell, who took that 3-2 slider and it turned into a strikeout double play on Bobby Abreu.
Torres is keeping the ball down. He's keeping the ball down and out of the middle of the plate today.
Well, they've got him pitching into the 6th inning with 2 outs, and they certainly couldn't ask for a whole lot more than that. Down low, ball 1. Lieberthal with 51 runs batted in on the year. Got an infield hit his last time up. Wilson probably saved a run with that play. The shortstop, a good play to his right, kept the ball in the infield. It loaded the bases for the Phillies. There's Wilson, Jack Wilson, and then Torres got out of the inning with a ground out. There's the on-deck hitter Polanco. Another 3-0 count. That means this will be a strike.
You're right on it.
Well, that's been automatic all day, whether it is or it isn't. 3-1. That looked like a strike, but some of the others weren't. This guy has run a ton of deep counts, and the Phillies have just not hurt him. 30-year-old Salomon Torres actually out of the game for 3 years. There's ball 4. He keeps nibbling. And once again, a couple base runners for the Phillies.
Walk number 5.
Yeah. They've hit into, they've had 2 double plays on them today. One a grounded into, one a caught stealing. They've left 5 on. Lloyd McClendon trying to figure out what he might do. They sent Cota out to the mound. There's Beimel, the left-hander, up. We showed you Mike Lincoln earlier. Marlon Anderson on deck. And Lloyd McClendon. It's been a tough year for him. There's Pat Burrell, Larry Boa talking it over.
There's only 2 guys on his Philly staff that hit better with runners on than they do with nobody on, and that's Bobby Abreu and Travis Lee. Burrell is right about the same.
It's Boa just talking to Burrell about that, taking that close pitch. There's a ground ball to short, and they're going to leave 2 more on. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We are through 6. There's no score. Thanks to Larry Anderson. Harry Callis returns in the 7th inning. Game summary. A lot of goose eggs up there. Randy Wolf, a terrific outing again today. 6 strong innings. Doug Glanville, his 3rd triple, but they stranded him in the 1st inning. And Bobby Abreu also stranded after double number 44. Salomon Torres has danced through 6 innings. 5 walks, a couple double plays behind him. The only hit of the game by Tony Alvarez in the 3rd inning. Phillies with 7 more men left on base through 6. Randy Wolf has been brilliant here again this afternoon. Mixing them up. Good fastball there. Curveball to Giles. Thought that was high. Another good fastball there to Mike Benjamin. Another fastball there to Ramirez. High fastball. Strikes out Jack Wilson. The Wolfpack with their mascot Larry Anderson up there enjoying that early in the ball game. Brian Giles is going to lead it off out of the 3-hole against Randy Wolf here in the 7th inning for play-by-play. Here's Harry.
All right, thanks, Wheels. Giles has struck out, lined out to center field, takes one high for a ball, 1-0. 7th inning, all goose eggs. Pirates with just 1 hit, Phillies with 4. Off in the air to left field, Pat Burrell waits. Pat Burrell squeezes, 1 down here in the 7th inning. Well, winter Phillies season tickets, more than season tickets right now. That's because purchasing a full or partial season ticket plan for 2003 season guarantees you a spot at the new ballpark in 2004. You'll enjoy better views of the action, exciting amenities. Don't wait. Call for season tickets 215-463-5000. Put yourself in line for season seats at the new yard in 2004. Ramirez pops a foul out of play. He is flied out to deep center and struck out. One ball and 1 strike to Aramis Ramirez. Appreciation Day here at Veterans Stadium today. Beats a foul, 3rd base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one back and out of play. Still a ball and 2 strikes to Ramirez. Chased a high fastball. He missed it. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8 for Randy Wolf. That's 2 down here in the 7th. And there's chasing a very high pitch. And it'll bring on Craig Wilson, who has walked and struck out. So Wolf mowing him down, but the Phillies have been unable to score. His mates have been unable to score for him. 1-0 to Craig Wilson. Change up, just missed. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 change and missed high, 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Craig Wilson. And a green light. Lloyd McClendon looking for a long ball from this guy, and he fouled it back. It's 3-1 to Craig Wilson. Adam Heisdew waits on deck. And he walks him. Second walk given up by Wolf. Wilson has been the recipient both times. He is a 2-out base runner for Heisdew. Heisdu has grounded out to third, flied out to left. I think Lieberthal out to talk it over with Randy Wolf. No margin for error for Wolf here this afternoon. A 0-0 game here in the 7th inning. Mike Winters going out to speed up the conference. Here is Heisdu. Randy Wolf. Curveball bounces up there, blocked by Lieberthal. 1 ball and no strikes to Adam Heisdu. Ball top foul down the third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Greg Wilson first base, 2 outs. We're in the 7th inning. 0-0. Curveball. He's given 3 straight curveballs and fouls it back. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, he has a much better curveball today, and it's really set up the high fastball. His changeup's been good, and they obviously think Heisdu's a fastball hitter. They're guarding the line at third in the scoreless game, and might go high fastball now after all those breaking balls just to change the look. That's what he did. Thought about up, and now they're going to go away.
Fly ball center field. Glanville coming hard, makes the running catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Stretch time. We go to the bottom of the 7th. All goose eggs. Phillies nothing, and the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Our night Stump the Fans trivia quiz tonight. Who holds the National League record for the most hits by a rookie? Well, it was either Little Poison or Big Poison. I can't remember which one this was. Lloyd Wainer, 223 hits as a rookie for the Pirates in 1927. First Phillies fan with a correct response was Matt Walsh of Glenside, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Matt. You're the winner of 2 tickets to an upcoming Phillies game. Thanks for playing Dodge Stump the Fans. Well, Pittsburgh making a pitching change here. Joe Beimel, the left-hander, is coming in for Salomon Torres. Torres pitched out of a lot of jams. He won 6 shutout innings. Gave up 4 hits, walked 5, but was able to get out of trouble, and now it's in the hands of Joe Beimel. Beimel appearing in his 46th game. He's won 2, lost 5, a 4.78 ERA. He's had 8 starts, 81 innings, 83 hits, 43 earned runs, struck out 48, walked 40. Opponents hitting .266 against him. Marlon Anderson will lead off. He'll be followed by Randy Wolf and Jimmy Rollins. A good job by Salomon Torres.
He only had 1 strikeout, and it was a big one. That was a called 3rd strike on Pat Burrow with the runner Abreu in motion. And
strike him out,
called out at second on the play. So that was huge because Travis Lee followed with a base hit. Phillies had a lot of chances today, but it's another one of those days.
Anderson up in the box as if to bunt, took a fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes to Marlon Anderson.
No double switch here by Lloyd McClendon, even though the pitcher spot's 3rd, so he's only looking for an inning or less out of Beimel.
1 ball and 1 strike.
They do have a right-hander up in the bullpen. Lincoln was up earlier, so depending on what happens here, see how long he goes. There's Lincoln, Mike Lincoln.
Breaking ball just missed. 2 balls and a strike. Wide with a fastball, 3-1. So Marlin will look this one over carefully. Randy Wolf on deck. Took all the way. It's a full count now to Marlin Anderson. 3-2.
Well, he flipped his bat there and taking a long walk. I think Marlin did not think that was a strike. You better be careful on this one because Winters has called a lot of close pitches strikes.
And he is rung up. Called out on strikes. Fastball on the outside corner. 1 down. It'll bring up Randy Wolf.
I think this is a strike. I mean, it's close. The one before that was maybe out of the strike zone. That's a strike. Probably crossed home plate. In the front of home plate, a strike, and that's all that matters.
Wolf's been up twice. Twice he is grounded out.
But the way that guy's been calling those pitches, I mean, if it's close like that, you better be hacking. He's been doing that since the first inning.
Missed wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
Another reason why this is a scoreless game.
Line drive hit to left field. It kicks off the fence and back toward the infield. Wolf is going to stay at first, though, with a base hit. So Randy Wolf helps himself. He is a 1-out base runner for Jimmy Rollins.
Wolfpack happy with their guy. He's pitching great. Now gets himself a hit. That ball was close to getting past the box seats down there and maybe into the corner for a double. But you'll see where it hits. Fastball away. Randy Wolf right there. It hits that corner, comes right back to Giles. He has to stop it first.
J-Roll now batting right. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. 1 for 3 lifetime against Beimel. It was a double. Ground ball deep short. Wilson to Benjamin. No chance for a relay. They get the lead runner Wolf at second base. And Rollins at first on a fielder's choice with 2 outs. It brings up Doug Glanville.
Not a tough play at all for Wilson. And Benjamin does a smart thing there. Knows he has no shot at a double play, so he just eats it. Randy Wolf gets down, but he has no chance to get to second base. Now Doug Glanville taking his time coming to home plate, trying to give Randy Wolf a little time to go sit down in the dugout.
Glanville has tripled, grounded out, and grounded into a fielder's choice. Looked like the Phillies were going to get on the board right out of the chute on that 1-out triple, but couldn't get him home. 1 ball and no strikes to Glanville.
Yeah, and the Pirates really had some poor play in the outfield last night. There's Randy Wolf. And they started right out making a misplay in the first inning that turned a single into a triple, but they couldn't get Doug Glanville home.
Two and nothing to Glanville. Not able to get a very big lead against this left-hander Beimel. Two balls and a strike to Doug Glanville. 2-0 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
That's pretty close to a balk. He made quite a step towards home plate before he threw over there. Jerry Davis, first base umpire, taking a long look at it.
Three balls and a strike to Glanville. Bobby Abreu waits on deck. Base hit center field. Jimmy Rollins takes a turn at second. He'll go to third. So the Phillies have runners at first and third with 2 outs here in the 7th inning.
That's good base running by Jimmy Rollins. They're just going to say how deep the outfielders were to prevent against an extra base hit. And sure enough, Doug Glanville hits a hard base hit to center. You shouldn't be able to get to third on this play when you're not running. But Jimmy saw how deep the center fielder Alvarez was, and he just kept on going all the way to third. Not as big a deal, of course, with 2 outs than 1, but you get to third, maybe a wild pitch will get you that elusive first run.
Bobby Abreu has grounded out, doubled, and walked. He's extended his hitting streak to 11 consecutive games. Lifetime against this left-hander, he is 2 for 5. Almost a wild pitch.
Yeah,
good block by Cota.
Terrific play by Cota right there on that ball in the dirt. And that's what we're thinking. You know, you get the runner to third, maybe something good will happen. That good base running. And that's a very nice play by the catcher. Anticipating that breaking ball in the dirt, and it's going to bounce back the other direction. He just smothered it.
1 ball and no strikes to Abreu. Off a breaking ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Bobby had a hanger to hit that time. A high breaking ball, just pulls off it a little bit and fouls it off.
Jimmy Rollins at third, Doug Glanville at first, with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Breaking ball, it's a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bobby Abreu.
This one's a lot better, and it fools him. I mean, they're throwing breaking balls away and playing them away, giving them all of right center field.
Fastball in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Probably just showed that pitch, and we'll go back away with a breaking ball.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's a purpose pitch. If you get a strike called on it, fine. But more or less just to get him off the plate so he doesn't dive in to look for the out pitch, which Beimel wants to throw, which looks like it's a breaking ball.
Breaking ball away, and it is fouled on the third base side, out of play. Still 2-2 to Bobby Abreu.
Bobby Abreu just has to dive in and look breaking ball away. And these fans, those fans right there, believe in Bobby, and Phillies would like to get a run here from him.
Fastball line to left field. Right there is Giles. Makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Phillies lead 2. Phillies have left 9 through 7. And after 7, it's still a 0-0 game. Humberto Cota leads it off. Cota has lined out to left and flied out to center. Andy Wolf working here in the 8th inning of a 0-0 game. One strike to Cota. Be followed by Mike Benjamin, then probably a pinch hitter for Beimel. Bullpen activity to the Buccos. Line drive foul, left field side.
Mike Lincoln has been up most of the game, or not most of the game, for the last few innings. Phillies leading off with Burrell next inning, so they have their right-hander Bowringer up now. 97 pitches at this point for Randy Wolf, with nobody out in the 8th inning.
Still 0-2 to Cota. Struck him out, and that is 9 strikeouts for Randy Wolf here. 1 down in the 8th. It'll bring up Mike Benjamin.
There's Randy Wolf. He's got most of his strikeouts today on high fastballs. There's another one right there on Cota. And the pitch count on Randy Wolf, 99 total pitches and an excellent ratio.
Benjamin fouls it off, 1 strike. Benjamin is struck out and grounded out.
Randy Wolf now 2 off his career high of 11 strikeouts. And 2 times in his career he's had 10.
Both this year.
Yep.
1 ball and 1 strike.
So he has come off a rather disappointing outing against Florida the other night and really pitched well here today. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to get him any runs.
Struck out 10 Mets this year and 10 Braves for his season high strikeouts. 2-1 to Benjamin.
They put J.J. Davis in the on-deck circle, right-handed hitter who pinch hit last night and struck out against Carlos Silva, or against Santiago. There he is, former #1 pick.
Two and 2 to Benjamin. He struck out. So Wolf equals his season high in strikeouts. That's 10 of them for Randy Wolf, and J.J. Davis will come up.
There's another high fastball, looked like, and a foul tip held onto by Mike Lieberthal. Just a little tip there. Liebe hangs on, and Mike Benjamin down, as Harry says, the 10th strikeout.
J.J. Davis, 1 for 9 so far. Came up in September. He had 287 at Altoona. 20 homers, 62 RBIs. Mike Lieberthal going out to talk to Randy Wolf, and now Larry Boa comes out. Nobody's up in the bullpen. This is just discussing Davis, I assume.
Right. They're just coming out there, and you know, it's a player they're not real familiar with, a young player they just brought up from the minor leagues, and just want to make sure that they're on the same page on how they're going to pitch it. With Dan Plesac, just a little stretching out there. Fans cheering that Bo didn't take Wolf out of the game, but that was never going to happen because nobody was up.
Davis, a 23-year-old, first-round draft pick in the '97 draft. 6 players selected overall out of California. And then Davis probably thinking one thing here, long ball. Beats a curveball foul. It's the camera next to the Pirate dugout.
Fastball and then a breaking ball, and he's been really successful with high fastballs for strikeouts today. See if he goes back to it.
Struck him out. Randy Wolf strikes out the side, and he was equaled his career high in strikeouts. which he had in '99 at Shea. 11 strikeouts in a game. What a job by Wolf. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. His teammates will try to get him a run here. We're 0-0 as we move to the bottom half of the 8th inning. In to play second base, he'll bat in the 9 spot. Jose Mesa is a new pitcher. Johnny Estrada behind the plate. Hank Lugerthal taken out for the pinch runner. Mesa appearing in his 69th game, 3 wins, 6 losses. Got his 40th save last night, a 3.03 ERA. Tony Alvarez, the first one to face him. Alvarez is 1 for 3. He has the lone Pittsburgh hit. 8 great innings by Randy Wolf. Get a no decision for his efforts.
1 hit shot out with 11 strikeouts. Get a no decision. There are some tough no decisions, and then there's that one. And Larry Bowa just shaking his head. 11 more men left on base. That has just been such a problem this year.
1 ball and 1 strike to Alvarez.
Pitcher throws a 1-hitter through 8 and strikes out 11. You should win that game.
Really?
Well, they still might win it, but the point is you should win it for him.
Ground ball second base. Tomas Perez throws out Alvarez. 1 down.
Here's 11 strikeouts for Randy Wolf, and watch how many of them are on high fastballs. That one's down. There's a breaking ball. Now the high fastball start.
For Randy Wolf.
And Randy Wolf watching the last out. He is now out of the game. And you watch those replays. He got 1 strikeout on a breaking ball. He got 10 strikeouts on fastballs. Great job again by Randy Wolf, who has been some pitcher here this year.
Pirates had only 1 runner in scoring position against him. That was on an error.
Yeah, that was on a runner who was caught in a rundown. Then there was a throwing error.
2-0 to Jack Wilson. Phillies have 8 hits against Pirates pitching and 5 walks, but have not been able to dent home plate as yet.
11 LOBs and 2 double plays.
Jose Mesa wanted that one, didn't get it. It's 3-1 to Jack Wilson. Full count to Wilson. Giles waiting on deck. Base hit poked into left field. Burrow over to cut it off. Wilson takes the turn and will hold there, and a good cut off by Burrow. So the Pirates' second hit of the afternoon comes off the bat of Jack Wilson.
Phillies are guarding the line here, trying to stake an extra base hit away, so Polanco can't get to this. If he were in his normal third base position, that would have been right at him.
Here's Brian Giles. He is struck out line to center and flied to left. Nothing, ninth inning. And a cut of the fastball, fouled it back. 1 strike to Brian Giles. That'll move the runner into scoring position. Johnny Estrada goes out to talk it over with Mason.
That right-handed hitter's coming up next. We'll see what they do with Giles. Johnny Estrada just doesn't catch this ball. It's down in the dirt. You see he went to backhand it, missed it, and hit his shin guard. I don't know if they'll let Brett Giles beat him here now. They might. Yeah, they're going to walk him.
Right-hand hitters Ramirez and Wilson are due up next, so Brian Giles will get the intentional walk. He's third in the league in getting intentional walks. Only Barry Bonds and Vladimir Guerrero have been intentionally walked more than Giles. This will be his 122nd walk. Also third in the league in walks as Mike Williams gets up. If the Pirates score, he will be coming on in the bottom of the ninth. Aramis Ramirez flied to deep center, struck out twice.
St. Mace's thrown a few double play balls this year. They've also had a couple they haven't turned for him in certain situations. Look at the Pirates. They haven't had many shots with runners in scoring position. The Phillies have. That 1 for 8 with a runner in scoring position was an infield single, so that's why you're with no runs. That was a fine play by Wilson, the shortstop, to save a run.
Yeah. Kept it in the infield. One and nothing to Ramirez. Strike to Aramis Ramirez. Wilson at second base. Tomas Perez keeping him close. Giles at first. Little cue shot. Mesa retires Ramirez. The runners move up. And with 2 outs, and will bring up Craig Wilson.
Threw him a slider to get ahead. Looked like another breaking ball, another slider by Jose, right off the end of the bat. So now he has to get one more out to give the Phillies a chance to win this game in the bottom of the ninth.
We'll pause for station identification on the Phil's television network.
You're watching UPN 57 WPSG TV in Philadelphia.
Runners at second and third, 2 outs for Craig Wilson. He has walked, struck out, and walked. Mesa has faced him twice in his career, struck him out and walked him. Just missing. 1 ball and no strikes to Craig Wilson.
That pitch has been a strike today.
Yeah, Mesa took a long look down at Mike Winters, and Winters getting a little flack from the Phillies dugout.
Well, he should,
well,
because he's been calling it a strike all day, and now he doesn't call it a strike in that spot. He should get flack.
One ball and 1 strike to Wilson. At second and third, 2 outs, 9th inning. Nothing game. It's a foul, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 men on base, 2 outs, 9th inning. Big pitch for the Phillies and for Jose Mesa here. Beats a foul, stays at 2-2.
From a breaking ball there, a slow one, looked like a curveball. Trying to get Wilson to swing and miss or maybe even freeze him. A lot of times Jose will throw that pitch. That was a good one. And the hitter will just freeze on it because it surprises him. And he gets it over.
Third strike, struck him out. A delayed call by Mike Withers, but rings him up. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Phillies nothing, and the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Abraham Nunez stays in the game to play second base. Keith Osick behind the plate to catch. Cota taken out for a pinch hitter. And Scott Sauerbeck is the new pitcher, the southpaw for Pittsburgh. One of the league leaders in games during his 71st game. Sauerbeck 1-3, lost 2 at 2.18 ERA, 57 2/3 innings, 47 hits. 14 runs, struck out 64, walked 24. Opponents hitting .223 against him. Giving up just 4 home runs, one of them last night to Pat Burrell, who is scheduled to bat second here in the 10th inning.
They're checking right now the dugout where they're hitting. It looked like Winters gave a straight up, which means a pitcher bat 9th, and pitcher's due to bat first in the 11th, so we'll find out.
And Bobby Abreu and company trying to make it go 10 and not 11. Breaking ball way outside, 1-0 to Abreu. Abreu is 1 for 3 with a double. The breaking ball over, 1-1. Bottom of the 10th of a 0-0 game. Wide with the breaking ball, 2-1. Phillies have only been shut out twice all year. Fewer than any other team in Major League Baseball, but haven't been able to cross the plate here in this one. We're in the 10th inning. That breaking ball on the inside corner. Two balls and 2 strikes. Well, he's seen all sliders and is liable to. 2-2.
That's what he did last night, too, to Pat Burrell, who's on deck, and then Burrell finally hit a 3-2 breaking ball for a home run. Fastball.
And Abreu was rung up. So that's 1 down here in the 10th. After all those sliders came in with a fastball.
That's a good pitch. Abreu knew it right on the outside corner, but after all those sliders, he just surprised him with a fastball.
Brings on Pat Burrell.
Yeah, now they're going to come out and talk about it. Yeah. But like we said last night, Burrell just kept getting breaking ball after breaking ball from Sauerbeck, and then finally on a 3-2 breaking ball, here's what he did with it. A long one.
For 3 this afternoon. Pirates employ a shift on Burrell. Only Craig Wilson is on the right side of the infield. Nunez, the second baseman, over on the third base side of second. And the outfield very deep. Gave him a fastball. Missed with it. 1-0.
Have a left-handed hitter, Travis Lee, on deck. It'd be amazing if they throw him a good strike to hit here with 1 out.
Like a changeup.
Yeah, I mean, he nibbled with a fastball and then throws a 1-0 changeup. But Pat Burrell just has to be aware of the fact they may not challenge him here.
Breaking ball.
They're just not going to let him beat them with one swing of the bat here.
Oh, he wants.
I think Lloyd wants him put on.
Put him on intentionally.
That's what he said. Just put him on.
So Burrell gets the intentional walk. And Travis Lee will be the batter.
You almost, I don't know, but you almost get the feeling that maybe Williams went out there and told him don't pitch around him. And when they did, Lloyd was not real happy. He said, well, that's go put him on. Look, I mean, he's really ticked off for. In other words, if they did what they were supposed to do, why would you be that angry? Good point, huh?
Yeah. You would think that they would pitch around Pat Burrell, but maybe Spin Williams did tell him to go after him. 1-0 to Travis Lee.
Because if they pitched around him, they did a terrific job. Through fastball, changeup, breaking ball. None of them near the plate. He's still hot.
High drive. Is it a fair ball? No. Not a fair ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He just missed a home run off Sauerbeck last night on a high breaking ball after Burrell hit his. Travis, in fact, thought he hit it out last night. There's a hanger, but he gets out in front of it. The bench thought it had a chance because they don't have a real good look at it either.
One and 1 the count to Travis Lee. Beats a breaking ball foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nothing here in the bottom of the 10th. Dropped down on him, smashed. Oh, just barely foul. If that was. Wow, that just inches foul.
Look at Bo. He's like, you got to be kidding me. Jerry Davis right on it. They were holding the runner on, and then staying on the line was Wilson. So he's right there. Here it is. Can't tell. I mean, Jerry Davis had a great look at it, so he got it right.
Yeah. Just outside the bag.
Sauerbeck made a mistake there. He threw the 2 pitches in this at bat that he got middle in when he's trying to keep everything away with the way the defense is set up.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball, base hit right field. Burrell is going to head for third. No play on him. Phillies have runners at first and third.
Great base running.
The point you brought up, Wheels, they held the base runner. That's somewhat surprising with Burrell being the base runner instead of playing off him.
They're holding him on, and And here's the breaking ball there, and he gets too much of the plate, and Wilson can't get back in time to cut it off. Now, the outfielder, Heisdu, is really deep. Look at Burrow. He knew where he was. It's not like Pat Burrow's fast, but he's a good base runner, and he's very aggressive. That was a heck of a first to third on his part.
Well, Johnny Estrada in his first at bat this afternoon can be a hero.
They'll play for, let's see what they're going to do with the infield. They're going to play for a double play or halfway, and they will not walk him to load the bases, at least intentionally.
Breaking ball high, 1-0 to Estrada, the switch hitter batting right.
Johnny won a big game for the Phillies in September last year, and they were still in the race on a Sunday afternoon, so trying to do it again here. Did that game against Florida.
Back up the ball. What a great play. And Sauerbeck throws.
Safe. Safe at first.
Safe at first. A bad throw by Sauerbeck, and this game is over. It was close at second. I'm not real sure Travis Lee was out at second, but they couldn't turn the double play, and Sauerbeck had so many ways to go, and he made an errant throw to second base, and the Phillies win it 1-0. They'll take it on a fielder's choice ground ball by Johnny Estrada. 1-0 in 10 fighting. Sauerbeck in disbelief.
I guess it's going to be a 1-6 fielder's choice RBI, and we'll see how they finally wind up scoring it. I think he called him out at second.
That was really close at second.
Really close.
Sure.
It was really close at first. Yeah, I mean, it was really close at first, too. Here it is. Take a look.
Budweiser play of the game. Watch this.
Breaking ball. Great play by Sauerbeck. He looks the runner back. Now he makes a wide throw. Look at Wilson, who's been great all day. He gets the out there, and he fires to first, and look how close this play is. That's bang, bang, and he beats it, or it would have been a double play and we'd still be playing.
Wow.
What a bizarre ending to a great play there by Wilson. Again, gosh, he's been good today.
He sure has. It's a game of inches, Wheels.
Yep.
A game of inches. And by inches, Estrada is safe. Burrow scores the only run of the game as the Phillies win it 1-0 in 10 here at Veterans Stadium on Fan Appreciation Day. And we'll be back with the totals and a recap for this afternoon's game right after these